I got some bad news stories here. I'm going to kind of put them all together. These are all in the video game world. This is from CharlieIntel.com. Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 player count plummets to record low. Popularity is seemingly declining as the player count drops to an all-time low. Call of Duty is one of the biggest franchises in gaming. Yada yada yada. Goes on. They broke records in terms of sales and everything else released on Steam after Call of Duty had long stayed away from the PC platform. The Reddit user Coon90 highlighted the game's low player count in a post titled Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2 has below 90k active players in the last 24 hours. Largest decreases since the premiere. For a game as big as Call of Duty, it's pretty shocking, especially as competitors such as Apex Legends and Destiny 2 are both higher than Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 on the Steam charts. That only means so much because it's Steam, because you're like, okay, well maybe the vast majority of the players are on the PlayStation 5, or maybe there's a whole bunch of them on Xbox we don't know about, or this, it's hard to say. It's not good news though, because you do kind of compare it to the way it was before. Like, here's the all-time peak was 488,000. Then the last 24 hours, 87,000. It's not good. I mean, you can't spin this as being good. It may not be the terrible thing. Of course, some of the comments, the strict, skill-based matchmaking sucking the fun out of multiplayer, as well as the questionable design decisions such as the perk system, the red dots, dead silence, a weak and uninspiring kill streaks. Who knows the next game? Like it said at the beginning of the article, though, it broke records in terms of sales and stuff and everything. So, maybe not be as bad as it could be. Here, though, we got a story from IGN. Rumors swirl around E3's future as Sega even more publishers back out. Basically, E3 seems to be dead in the water. It seems to be. I mean, I grew up with E3 and stuff, so I'll miss it. I'll just put that out there. Nintendo, Xbox, Sony, and Ubisoft are all dropping out. IGN's learned that Sega and Tencent will be skipping E3 2023 amid rumors that the proposed triumphant return of gaming's biggest event may not happen after all. IGN reported that spoken with numerous individuals in publishing and PR typically have knowledge of event strategies, all of whom express concern about the status of this summer's event. It'll probably be something else that'll take its place, summer of gaming or whatever. It depends. Then I got the third story here. EA restructuring, laying off 6% of the workforce. Hundreds of employees to be cut. The CEO, Andrew Wilson, says publishers operating from a position of strength. That's just, PR talk. It's like bullshit, dude. You're not operating from a position of strength when you're laying people off. They talk about how EA employs 12,900 people globally as of the end of March 2022. A 6% cut would put the total number of layoffs around 775. That's based on year-old numbers, essentially. It's bad news when people are losing their jobs and stuff. It's you never want to sit there and talk about it's a good thing or whatever. Now, of course, Andrew here, he's got to kind of spin it in such a way, saying, "Oh, we're not having issues or whatever." And it's like you're not going to come out and say you are, even if you were. So, it's just one of those things. It's not good news. I'll link this in the description box. You can read the whole thing for yourself. But they expect, it says right here, EA has also filed an 8K form with the Security and Exchange Commission today, saying it expects to incur $170 million to $200 million in charges as a result of the restructuring plan. It added that the restructuring should be finished by the end of September. They talk some about they've seen numerous mass layoffs in the gaming and tech industries with Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Twitch, ByteDance, Unity, and more making cuts to staff. EA has already made some cuts with more than 200 QA staff, including external contractors reportedly let go last month from the Baton Rouge, Louisiana office that had been supporting Apex Legends. Like I said, never a good thing when people are losing their jobs and stuff. This isn't like one of those things where it's like EA's dying or whatever. I mean, but laying off 6% of your workforce just by itself, even if you only got a smaller amount of employees, isn't good. But they've got 13,000 roughly. I mean, actually, they probably got less now, I would imagine. But that's still accounting to hundreds of people losing their jobs. There's no way to spin that and say it's a good thing. Obviously, I don't think anybody would. I think, Andrew here is just trying to make it where it's like, well, no, guys, we're not in trouble. Which, I don't want to make it act like I think they're actually in trouble. But this is the kind of thing where it's like, maybe it benefits the company in the long run, but it's never a good thing, when you have to do this stuff. It may end up being good for EA down the road, but for now, it's not great. We'll say. Anyway, like I said, I'll link these all in the description box. You can read them for yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.